or should be. You want to turn up the heater? Please. As you go by. It is officially 4:03 and nothing has happened. So my guess is going to be, since they made the relic obtainable within the update, that Santa's gifting is not actually going to happen, I guess.
Or they're passed out asleep.
Or they're running behind. Yeah, maybe they're asleep. It did not state within the updates that they were not going to do the Santa's gifting again at 5 Eastern, 4 Central. So I do find that odd. That there doesn't seem to be any signs of Santa flying over.
Well, they might not do it because the only thing it's worth now is just getting that title.
Right. I mean, yeah, let's face it. Sadly, the only thing that was really worth it out of there was the relic. The one singular. Cool. It was just a salmon. And so that's really all that's really left is the title. Out of it. Now that the relic is obtainable. So we'll go ahead and go over what they did with the changes. Let me pull that up. And we'll come down to that. So, in the updates, they did 2 little patches. One at 7:20 p.m. Notable improvements in 1.63.7 release last night was gliders are now significantly more responsive. And if you previously did not receive the rod you wished for, you should immediately get it upon logging in. Otherwise, you should still be able to make a wish for said rod. So apparently, I'm going to guess that they were having reports where people wished for a rod but did not receive their rods. Is what I'm going to guess was happening with that. The other patch was version 1.63.8. Now in new servers, disabled exclusive express, which is why it's now this ugly, grayed out thing, and it says above it.
How many people are going to be salty that they were trying to get the fabulous gift, but don't have it anymore?
Right, and now that it's gone, exactly. I mean, I think there's a lot of gonna be saltiness all across the board. There's a couple of things to kind of go over on that. It does say above it now, free to play cosmetics coming soon. But when we do not know. And originally, when they mentioned it that they were going to do it immediately, that is not the case. They also left it up for quite a while, longer than intended. That was implemented initially. That was even part of it. That it was even a thing. Later on in the update, when in the patch notes he had mentioned that he had no idea that it was implemented in that way, which means he knew it existed. Oh, we do have an event going. Babe, you should get here and come start fishing. And here they are. They're speaking. Here's for the players who missed the first FISCH event, stayed up for the second one. So we'll get back on that conversation momentarily. Um, oh, D-Docs is awake. You better get in here, D-Docs, or you're gonna miss out on the second one. Oh, it just ate my bar, or stole my bar. You better hurry, 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 D-Docs, if you want to get that
Sorry, I
thingy.
was muted.
Yeah, he was muted.
Do I actually do something, or can I
Yeah,
stand there while I make my coffee?
you can stand there while you mute microphone.
No, Mom, make my coffee.
Oh yeah. You can just stand here. Now they are doing an event as well, but you can also just stand there.
Okay. Coffee comes first.
Yes, but at least get your character in here.
Yeah.
But hurry, hurry, because Santa's gonna fly over, I think, here before too long. They are running behind, so lucky you.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a cool shark. This will be the only event for this morning. Happy holidays to all. I do like the Christmas mutation and the Christmas event, which brings me to another note that we will get into here momentarily. Ooh, definitely need to pay attention to that bar.
So, last night, hold on. Uh, I know I muted and then was, chilling with my brother. Well, not chilling, I was talking with and stuff. And then, my nephew wanted to play, not the little one, but, the older one.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Can I play?" I was like,
Yeah, I know.
"Sure." So then I thought I was moving around a lot because
I
I
think we
wasn't.
might have been already gone by that point.
It's possible because then there was at some point I was like, yeah. Whenever he did leave, when I got back on, I was like, oh, they must have went to bed.
Yeah, it was quite late. Oh, wow, that one's
Yeah.
cool. Is that Jingle Bell?
That's Jingle Bell.
Mm. Yeah, I got a couple mix out of this one. I'm gonna have to definitely take a look at.
Got that Meg.
Yeah, I got a gingerbread Meg too, I think. He looked really cool. I hope he didn't change, but they've been changing when you pull them out, so that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my Meg
Actually,
looked like.
yeah, this is what mine looked like originally.
He's cool. So kind of going back to what we were just talking about is that, I know a lot of people were definitely trying to get the fabulous skin that also originally got voted no for being in any way paid for. So the fact that it was implemented in that to begin with shouldn't have theoretically happened, but also the fact that it was a higher chance than the fabulous skin is kind of ridiculous. A lot of people were trying to get the fabulous skin. Um, and the fabulous skin was only at 1%, where I think, the player skin, which a lot of people still don't have, there is a lot of people that did not, wish for the Polaris, but there is a lot of people who did. Um, so I mean, there is that, but there is still a bigger majority of people who wanted the Fab over Polaris. That the Polaris shouldn't have, in my opinion, been a higher chance rate for a rod that did not exist, like technically does not exist, in game for any sort of cash money. Um, and player Fabulous should have been higher. But they had stated that they were going to take it out, and I know a lot of people are going to be upset with that. Now, also the statement of the not knowing that that thing was implemented at literally the ass crack of dawn yesterday, and was pretty much in all day. There's no way. Again, I'm going to call bullshit that they did not know, or that he did not know, or that you know they all kind of converse. They all know what they're putting in, which is why I think he stated afterwards that he did not know that it was implemented in that way, which again, I'm gonna call bullshit. They play a lot of stupid back and forth banter games even when they're talking to each other and communicating on our screens. So I think that was just a whole lot of mind games and mind fuckery. Um, After that, they also did end up buffing the Santa enchantment. So it went from 25% mutation rate to 30, weight boost from 25 to 30, and progress speed boost from 25 to 30 as well. Now, I agree with Cloud, which he stated earlier, that that would have been a really nice enchant if it would have been a secondary instead of a primary. It would be nice if we got some more secondaries, and I'm going to add a secondary to that statement. The mutation is Fishmas mutation. So we're getting fish that all came from Fishmas, which is gingerbread, Santa, Mary, Jingle Bell, uh, permafrost, frostbitten. You can get all of those from this enchant, which, in my opinion, personally, is why we have all the rods from Fishmas, which give us all of those mutations. So why put all of those mutations into one enchant, which makes all of those rods null and void to a degree? It would have been nice to see a whole new enchant, which brings me back to what I was just saying a second ago with the event that they just did, which does the Christmas mutation, which there isn't a rod that isn't game or anything that we have currently that does that mutation. It would have been nice if Santa's Relic did that mutation rather than mutations that all of our brand new rods that we just got does. Um, so I would have personally liked to see a new mutation rather than something that all of our rods that we just worked our asses off for does. Um, in addition to that, they also made it where Santa's relics are now purchasable, which made the whole event that we are here right at the moment for, and we're here at 4 o'clock this afternoon at 5 Eastern, 4 Central, my time.
You mean this morning?
Well, this is this morning, yesterday afternoon or evening. So they did it
but
twice.
You said this is why we are here this time in the
Right.
afternoon.
And this afternoon, which would have meant yesterday evening. So let me clarify that. So which is why we're here, which was the sole purpose, for Santa's gifting. And the biggest thing that came out of that was Santa's relic. We got a Santa salmon, and a title out of it, and some presents that you can basically just the same ones that you can fish up anyways, which were kind of pointless. But now the relics are purchasable for 45,000 bells out of the toy factory. It is a little hard to spot, so it is up on one of the shelves inside of the factory. So make sure you check those shelves
Right
if you're looking
as
for
you come in, right as soon as you go in, it's off to the left on the bookshelf.
Yes. And additionally, you can also fish anywhere at an extremely low chance of catching a Santa relic. So there is that as well.